back, everyone, to another Trailerviewboys podcast, the Quarantine podcast.
The quarantine. Corona's out to get you.
So
I still feel deeply sorry for the sales of Corona beers.
Yeah.
Their marketing guys must be pulling their hair out of all the names. Why couldn't it be called Stella?
Yeah. Oh, man, it's not good. It's not good. But so Disney Plus has finally landed in the UK, and I'm sure everyone has done their best to sign up as quick as possible without the. I don't think there was a bit of an online situation where anything crashed or people can get on. But
well, to Disney Plus's credit, they actually brought the release date forward.
Did they?
For the quarantine.
Oh, brilliant! Oh well.
And they actually lowered their price as well. Bless them.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give them that credit given where credit's due, because that was a really good move, to rush that out to people and even to slash the price just to give people something, content out there for them to watch and enjoy through this time. So fair play. Again, to explain the situation, guys.
Yeah, so to explain the situation, because me and Alex are taking the advice seriously to social distance ourselves, Alex is back at home and I'm at home also, which we call sometimes HQ. And Alex is coming through on the phone, a bit like a broadcast. I feel like a bit of a radio station going on here. So we've got Alex coming through on the phone, and I'm at.
So again, apologise if the audio is a bit spotty, guys. We'll do our best, I promise, just to get this content out there.
Yeah.
And so Disney Plus, I've got access to it. Damion, I believe you've got access to it as well.
Yep. Yeah. What's your initial reaction?
Look, man. First of all, it's every Disney movie ever made. Okay, so there's a lot of kid films on there. I'm not going to knock that because that's a lot of my childhood right there.
Yeah.
We've got Pixar on there.
Yeah.
The interface, I think, is really good. You can just scroll through whatever it's got on there.
It's quite intuitive, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, or you've got the actual selection for Marvel, Disney, Pixar, Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, I think it's really user-friendly. I think original content is a little lacking, but I also know that Disney they're throwing money.
They're working on it, aren't they?
To pump out original content. So there's still a lot that there is there to go through anyway.
Yeah,
it's certainly not like you're going to run out of things to watch.
No.
But not being a massive Disney fan, it's not something. I mean, I'm lucky to access it via a friend.
Yeah,
as I believe you can share this up to with 4 people.
All right. Fair play. My initial reaction was that, similar to you, it's quite intuitive. I like the way you can select via either Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and whatever's accessible. But initially, my thoughts were, I've got quite a bit to catch up on, actually, and that was specifically at the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian, because I wasn't, and nothing wrong with it, we won't get into it, but I waited for being able to get it in the UK,
release.
to actually watch it.
Yes, those of us that were impatient, unfortunately, couldn't.
Yeah,
you couldn't escape Baby Yoda. I know what you were going to say.
Couldn't escape it, and so there's a lot of other stuff I'm sure go on that's quite cool and plot stories and twists and everything, but I could not escape the Baby
I've got to
Yoda.
I must admit, it's worth getting for the Mandalorian because, first of all, as original content goes, it's a fantastic series. It really is.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend it. But it also sort of puts a lot of hope for what they're due to bring out down the pipeline.
Yeah.
Because this isn't, like I say, when I say Disney throwing money on this, I mean, these aren't cheap episodes, guys.
No.
The set design, the practical effects, and the digital, the graphics, the CGI, they're phenomenal. It is like watching a film, a short film, each episode. And, it's just so good. So I have got high hopes for what they're going to deliver for original content. To be honest, if I wasn't, because I'm not a massive, huge Disney fan, like I say, I'm getting it through a friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Not something I'd recommend that you get if you're not a huge Disney fan.
However,
if you're a family person, you got a kid, a little sprog rocking around, it's certainly something worth investing for. Because let's face it, Disney have some of the best kid films ever.
I think if you are a Marvel fan as well, there's no escape of having to get it also.
No, absolutely. If you're a Marvel fan, unless you're going to buy all the, unless you've got them on DVD collection or you bought them through your Amazon Prime access, you've bought them and paid for them. There's no escaping the fact that the only way you can stream them now is via this Disney channel,
Plus,
which is worth it. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Disney. I mean, what Marvel have got They've got all 19 films. They haven't put. I don't think they've put Spider-Man. I could be wrong.
no,
I've only had a quick brief look. I didn't see Spider-Man Far From Home on there.
Let's have a look. I'm on here now. No, I think you're right, actually. But as far as original content goes, from your comment, there's a lot of stuff brewing in the works. That's,
absolutely.
That's coming forth.
Well, I said there's still 19 Marvel films that you can stream on there.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly like it's slim pickings. By any means, just because they haven't got Far From Home on there, but it's the same as everything. That's got DVD release and all that sort of stuff. They have contracts they have to oblige and agreements and whatnot. But no, absolutely. I think it's definitely one to watch. I mean, I don't think Netflix or Amazon should be worried. They certainly shouldn't be shook at this point.
No.
But as it goes for original material, they are going to need to step up their ball game because Disney. We're talking about the money they make on films alone.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Let alone the fact that they have their parks, their merchandising. They've got money to burn on this.
And you know what I mean? They've made a great start as well. I mean, other thing I noticed was some of the real great old school cartoon content like Spider-Man and X-Men, the original ones that we grew with in the 90s.
Yeah,
I got excited about that, and I thought, yeah, man, I'm going to spend endless nights sat in bed with my phone just watching
the original.
Here and there. Yeah, definitely.
Spider-Man, that's down and down. Yeah. I mean, even the intro, it's worth just watching one or two. Just for that intro, man. The old 90s intro.
For me, it was the.
Fun fact about that, actually. Well. Did you know when that series was made? It was actually put in the contract that they weren't allowed to show Spider-Man punching anybody.
No way.
So if you watch through that series, you'll never see Spider-Man. He can kick, sling web, throw him through things, but you'll never see him actually just outright punch somebody in the face.
Why would that be, though? I don't get that.
They didn't want kids running around punching each other in the face because they've been watching the weekly episodes of Spider-Man.
Okay, fair enough.
Unless you're a kid that can do a triple backflip off a fucking 12-story, 12-story building and spit web out your wrist.
Yeah.
You can do that. It was just more of a case of they didn't want kids running around and go, Spider-Man, smack around the face like on the playground, you know what I mean?
Obviously.
But fun fact.
Obviously, at that point, they weren't too worried about wrestling having an impression on young children.
Well, that's it as well, yeah. But my initial reviews, man, I think it is from all the streaming sites that Netflix and Amazon, they're top contenders. There is no, you know what I mean? There's no messing about here. They're the ones.
Something else. I didn't realise that.
I think it's really good.
Half the stuff in here was actually owned. Might not have been owned originally by Disney, but obviously it is now. But I didn't realise that things like Avatar and National Treasure. Was actually part of that. Oh, you know what? As well, I have to apologise. We've got another podcast which is some films that we were recommending actually to watch, and I missed one off of there.
Here we go. Come on then. Your lockdown quarantine film pick.
Which was Con Air.
Well, what was on there? Was it National Treasure?
No, there's a film, National Treasure, with Nicolas Cage. He's just reminding me that I was supposed to mention the film Con Air on another podcast.
Man, Cyrus the Virus.
Oh, mate, so, yeah, that's another podcast if anyone wants to check that out. But, yeah, National Treasure, they're really two good, interesting films to watch, actually. I'm going to give them a go. And I didn't realise Avatar was part of the... But I'm thinking, well, yeah, of course, yeah. Disney.
Yeah, absolutely. One of James Cameron's best.
Yeah.
I think it's.
What have you watched?
I think Disney Plus has really hit the ground running. I'm not going to lie. First thing I watched was Marvel films. Jumped straight on with Endgame. Absolutely. Sorry, guys. I'm just stepping out into the garden as it's the only outdoors I can enjoy in this quarantine.
Can't tell.
We're taking this interview outdoors. What's the weather like there, Ollie? Raining sideways. That's the weather report with Ollie. Anyway. First thing I jumped on and watched was Avengers Endgame. Had to be done, man. I love That film, going to watch it on opening night, it's an experience I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So good. But
First film I
but
watched.
at the moment, with my recommendation that I gave in our last podcast, it is the Clone Wars. I am currently, I mean, believe it or not, I own them on DVD, Blu-ray. With there's some new episodes that they are currently, again, original content. You know, they're doing a whole new series that sort of ties it completely in with the third film.
Is it all on there as one, or is it weekly?
It's all on there as one. It's weekly episode releases for the new content.
Yeah.
So obviously there's 6 seasons for you to, get your teeth sunk in.
Yeah.
To build up to, so you know who the players are, what's going on and stuff. But so yeah, no, I'm just really enjoying that at the moment. It's just, I suppose it's the convenience of just streaming it as well. You know what I mean? Not having to swap DVDs.
Yeah,
I suppose that's why streaming sites do so well.
Well,
I've got the Blu-ray collection. But yeah, just being able to episode after episode, series after series, I've been really sinking my teeth into that. So that's something I've been majorly enjoying, I must admit.
Cool.
Yourself?
The first thing I watched on there was it was the Wolverine, and that's only because it was on the telly the other night. I was doing something and I caught like the last 20 minutes of it, and when you catch a film that you think, oh mate, if I'd
love to watch that. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first thing I watched on it, but second thing
another film like that is Saving Private Ryan.
What is that on there?
No, it's not on there. But I'm just saying that's another film like that. You catch it. You see it on TV and you're just like, well, that's it now.
Yeah.
I'm watching this. Like you just can't turn off from it, man. It's just something to do with Tom Hanks, man. I'm telling you. Something about Tom Hanks. You see him in a film, and you're like, well, I'm watching this now.
Well, the second watch I did with Jessica was Aladdin, the live action one. And
is that on there?
Yeah, even like the Lion King and Dumbo, all the live action ones are on there, and it was all right.
Oh wow,
it was all right. I think I was comparing it a lot to the original cartoon, and
well, you know what it is. You're not going to beat Robin Williams.
Nah. And
but I've got to give Will Smith his dues. I need to watch it.
He does a cracking
job. I'm sure he does a cracking job. But Robin Williams, man, just oh my god, that guy is just fun. It was funny. Balance, man, is the best thing about the original animated Aladdin. But I think it really is.
I think a lot of the original Disney cartoons, if you were into them as a kid, there was something special on their own. So to actually bring them to life as a live action now, I think there's a lot of pressure for them to do so well because the cartoons had such an impact on people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So things like the Lion King. We know this. We've seen too many films that have got big names. And they just didn't do as well as they should have done, really. So I think The Lion King was one. Beyonce as a huge name part of the movie, and I don't remember seeing The Lion King for too long on the cinemas doing too well. So I'm interested in watching that just to see what that was all about.
So, to be fair, you mentioned it. The next thing I'll watch is probably the live animation Lion King.
Yeah. The Lone Ranger.
That's
one of them as well. Okay. Peach Dragon. Race to
definitely,
Witch Mountain. Okay. Parent Trap. 101 Dalmatians. Homeward Bound. That's it. Man, Homeward Bound. There's a film we used to watch as kids. What the hell?
Did we? What was it about?
Yeah, there's three dogs. I think there's a cat as well. That they have to make their way back home, but you hear the voices.
I think that one's more you, mate, not me.
No, you definitely watch that as well.
No, don't forget you're older than me, ancient, ain't you?
Ancient, yeah. Right.
Remember more things, do you? Tell me, what was it like in the 60s, man?
Whatever, dude. 1990s, mates.
Yeah, right. I've seen your hairline, mate.
My hairline doesn't represent fairly my age at all, so that's...
now, something else, my initial impression of Disney Plus at the moment, mate, is that they've hit the ground running.
Yeah, man, it's good.
Where all the streaming sites are concerned, like, Netflix took a while. I mean, Amazon, that was Love Film first before Amazon took it over, and that took a while, whereas I feel like Disney Plus, it's, they've hit the
Yeah.
ground. They've hit the ground running.
I kind
And
of
I think,
say things like Netflix are an all-rounder, yeah? Because
yeah.
they're at the minute, they're the one people are aspiring to be.
Mhm.
Disney Plus, you're quite right. Hit the ground running. They've got a little bit of original content that you can get into, and the Clone Wars and things like a lot of old school films that everyone already loves anyway in the Marvel Cinematic
Yep.
Universe, so that they're okay. But I feel like Amazon, their strength's really only in seasons. The film side of it itself, other than being able to purchase a film and store it,
I feel
I'm
it's
not
weak.
impressed. It's quite weak.
I do feel it's weak, but I
Yeah.
also feel that I know the reason why that is.
Right, okay.
If you've made a film and it's going to go onto a streaming site, because they have arrangements and payments and royalties, are you going to go with Netflix, the biggest?
Yeah,
Because as well as Disney is, I'm not going to lie, Disney's hit the ground running, but Netflix is still. Let's not forget, Netflix is still top dog.
Yeah, of course it is.
Where streaming is concerned.
Yeah.
Ain't no one getting their numbers. Are you going to go with Netflix, which means you get a wider audience, big reach, more people watching the film, more royalties paid your way? But you know, with Amazon Prime, which is, look, man, I love Amazon Prime, but I kind of feel they treat that channel as like a sort of secondary afterthought.
It is,
Like,
man.
their main priority is on Amazon, their actual shopping site.
I think the way you actually intuitively go through Amazon as well, I think it needs an update.
So, look, it's one of them. I won't shed any tears for Amazon.
No.
Amazon Prime if it doesn't go well, because they've got Amazon and they're practically making a monopoly across every country known to man.
They've got that on lock, yeah.
So I'm not going to shed any tears if that department doesn't do well, because they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's not even a joke. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a fact. Like, they could shut it down tomorrow. They're going to be okay. But obviously Netflix, just because they are just a dedicated streaming site, I think they've got it on lock. They've got nothing to worry about as long as they keep their eye on the ball, keep churning out good original content.
Yeah.
Disney are going to have a fight on their hands, and the only thing that Disney are going to be able to turn around and say is, "But we've got all our films." So then it'll just come down to whether you want, you're a bigger Disney fan than you are original content. I mean, straight away off the bat right now, I'll pick Netflix over Disney simply because of stuff like Altered Carbon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just things like that would be, if I could only choose one streaming service, would be Netflix, because it's just it is truly an original series, and the afterthought that's gone into it, the attention to detail, the scripting, the concept alone, it's just so good and so sort of, it draws you in. So that
it's gonna be around a long time.
That's my opinion at the moment.
Yeah.
But again, that's Netflix are the top players. It's easy for them to sort of throw that money where it needs to go. Whereas Disney, I think for the way they've come out, so like I was saying, they've hit the ground running, man, and they've got some big things in the pipeline. Let's not forget, Loki series. We've got was it Loki and Wanda? Is it?
No,
was it Wanda and Vision?
Wanda
and Vision, and then the Loki series. They're going to be huge. I mean, the fact that they're going to be huge simply because I don't think no one's ever done that before.
No.
That's taking cinematic characters, same cast members, and making a streamed TV, well, you know what I mean, episodical series with the same actors, with consequences that will affect and will have been directly affected by the movies that we've already seen, know and love. That's why a big project, and that could really sway a lot of people from if they have to choose. So I think they definitely want to watch it. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's exactly why I say MCU fans have no choice but to sign up to Disney Plus.
No, you're quite right. Yeah, if you're an MCU fan, you've got no choice. You will be having a Netflix account,
Disney
and
Plus,
and a Disney Plus.
Oh,
You'll have a Netflix account because
and a Disney
you
Plus,
can't. Yeah, you can't just watch Marvel films and Disney films.
No, what I'm saying is for those series that you just mentioned, Loki, WandaVision, and Hawkeye, whoever gets the list has changed since I last read it. But if you're a Marvel fan, you've got no choice really but to sign up for that.
For me, that is the best thing about Disney Plus is the original content they're going to be doing with the MCU.
Yes.
I mean, if anybody else thinks it's different, I mean, I don't know. If there's some hardcore Disney princess fans out there, I'm all Elsa all day, baby.
Well, now we've got
Don't get me wrong.
this. I can actually watch Frozen because haven't seen it yet still.
And it infuriates me that you haven't, because it's such a good film. But if there is any Disney princesses, fanboys, fangirls out there, let me know. What is it they've got you to sign up? For me, I'm still not signed up yet. Like I say, I'm borrowing it, but if this original concept comes through the way it is, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to get an account.
Yeah, man.
So by all means, let me know. Is there something that we're missing? Because I think we've covered it pretty well there, bro.
Yep,
in our
definitely.
expert opinion there.
And we are experts.
But yeah, so once again, guys, see you in the comment section. I've been Alex. Thank you very much.
Yep, I've been Damion, and we'll see you on the next one.